the terrifying legend of Kuchisake-onna, the Slit-Mouthed Woman. Welcome to the dark and shadowy corners of Japanese folklore, a place where the boundary between reality and nightmares is razor thin. Today, we unearth the chilling legend of Kuchisake-onna, the Slit-Mouthed Woman, one of Japan's most infamous urban mythological figures. This tale is not for the faint of heart, so dim the lights, lock your doors, and prepare yourself for an unnervingly spooky journey you won't soon forget. Picture this. You're walking home alone, the cold night air biting at your skin. The streets are eerily silent, with only the dim glow of streetlights to guide your way. Suddenly, a figure emerges from the shadows, a woman dressed in a long coat, her face obscured by a surgical mask. She steps closer. There's something deeply unsettling about her presence. Before you can turn away, she asks you a simple question. Am I beautiful? It seems harmless at first, but as you stammer out your answer, she pulls down her mask to reveal her horrifying disfigurement, a grotesque gash that stretches from ear to ear, her mouth gruesomely slit. If you answer no, you'll meet a grim fate. If you answer yes, the game becomes far more dangerous. Her next question seals your doom. She'll carve a matching smile into your face. Legend has it, running away isn't an option. She'll either reappear in front of you or worse, chase you down with supernatural speed. Who is Kuchisake-onna, and where does her horrifying story come from? The origins of this haunting figure are steeped in Japanese folklore and whispered tales of betrayal, jealousy, and violence. One popular version traces her back to Japan's feudal era. It's said she was once a stunningly beautiful woman married to a samurai, but her vanity became her downfall. When her husband discovered she had been unfaithful, his rage was boundless. Drawing his blade, he mutilated her face and shouted, "Who will think you're beautiful now?" Believed to have died in agony, she returned as a vengeful spirit, wandering the earth in eternal torment. Other interpretations link her to yokai, supernatural creatures in Japanese folklore, or yurei, vengeful ghosts driven by lingering anger. Her ghostly presence is a byproduct of communities haunted by unrest and unresolved grievances. Ultimately, Kuchisake-onna's story reflects society's oldest fears: beauty stripped away, trust betrayed, and love turned violent. Kuchisake-onna's legend evolved, whispered from generation to generation, taking on new twists and meanings. By the late 20th century, this story resurfaced with an unnerving relevance. In the late 1970s, Japan experienced a surge in sightings of a mysterious woman who matched the description of Kuchisake-onna. Rumors of her lurking near schools or around dimly lit urban corners caused mass hysteria. Parents would form groups to escort children home, fearing a tragic encounter with the Slit-Mouthed Woman. Over time, the mask she wore shifted from a cloth or fan to a surgical mask, mirroring the evolving aesthetics of daily life. The legend adjusted itself to remain frighteningly plausible, deeply rooted in the faint yet unsettling possibility of encountering her today. But why does Kuchisake-onna frighten us so deeply? What makes her story endure through centuries and across cultures? At her core, Kuchisake-onna represents much more than a ghostly apparition. She encapsulates anxieties specific to Japanese culture and universally shared fears. Her gruesome smile critiques society's obsession with appearance, where beauty itself becomes a trap. Her seemingly innocent question, "Am I beautiful?" magnifies our fear of judgment. The punishment she doles out, whether for insincerity or honesty, also reflects the dangers of trust in a world where appearances deceive. In essence, Kuchisake-onna is a haunting metaphor for our collective dread of the unknown, the mysterious, and the uncontrollable forces that lurk within humanity. As her legend spread, so too did her reign over pop culture. Kuchisake-onna has appeared on movie screens and within pages of horror manga and novels, becoming a beloved icon for enthusiasts of Japanese horror. Films like Carved, the Slit-Mouthed Woman turn her into a chilling antagonist, modernizing her setting, yet preserving the spine-tingling essence of her myth. Manga series and video games also breathe new life into the legend, pulling viewers deeper into her eerie world of suspense and fear. Her influence has even extended beyond Japan, resonating with global horror audiences. Echoing figures like Bloody Mary or La Llorona, Kuchisake-onna has captured hearts, or rather chilled them, proving that the power of fear transcends cultures. Kuchisake-onna is part of a broader fascination with Japanese horror. What makes legends like hers so gripping, even terrifying, to a worldwide audience? Japanese horror is defined by its emphasis on subtlety, the unseen, and psychological fear. Unlike blood-soaked gore or shocking jump scares, stories like Kuchisake-onna thrive on atmosphere, tension, and the primal dread of what might happen next. They reflect the deeply ingrained fear of societal and supernatural fractures, wrapping these themes in narratives that haunt you long after the initial scare. For global audiences, this nuanced and unrelenting sense of dread taps into universal experiences of vulnerability, mistrust, and fear of the dark, and brings them vividly to life. Urban legends like Kuchisake-onna do more than entertain. They hold up a mirror to society's collective fears and anxieties. Her haunting figure reveals concerns with isolation, urban danger, and even the sense of distance often found in modern communities. Think about it. Her gruesome mask, originally tied to Japanese customs of modesty, has taken on a new, frightening relevance in today's world dominated by surgical masks and shifting human connections. She asks questions far deeper than appearances. She forces us to confront how we interact with strangers, how we judge on sight, and how easily trust fractures under pressure. So does Kuchisake-onna still prowl the streets today? There's no shortage of ghostly sightings, tales, and even first-hand accounts from terrified witnesses claiming to have seen her phantom figure. Modern variations include new twists, carrying scissors instead of a sickle, wearing makeup to hide her mutilation, and even more intriguing escape plans, like distracting her with chewing gum. With each retelling, the legend adapts to remain relevant in a changing world. Even as technology and cultural norms shift, Kuchisake-onna continues to find a place in our imaginations and in the darkest corners of our nightmares. Kuchisake-onna is not just a story. She is a lens through which we view our fears. She is the embodiment of the uneasy, the disconnected, and the dangerous questions we cannot answer without consequence. Though her face may be concealed by a mask, her shadow stretches long into the terrifying unknown. She's a cautionary tale for urban wanderers and a warning to anyone who dares to answer her question. So, if you're ever walking home alone in the stillness of the night and a strange woman approaches you asking the fateful words, "Am I beautiful?" how will you respond? Your answer may not matter, because when it comes to Kuchisake-onna, terror itself is the ultimate answer.